You want to know why I just did that? You want to know why I walked up to Davey Richards and said what I said? Well, listen, it's not personal, Davey Richards. This isn't an attack on Davey Richards. This is a wake-up call to Ring of Honor as a whole. I hear the words best in the world tossed around like they don't mean a thing. Well, I've worked too hard, I've fought too long for that to be the case. I'm come back to Ring of Honor because this is where the best in-ring product has ever been. And if you want to be the best in the world, you need to prove it in a Ring of Honor ring. And that's exactly what I intend to do. And I don't care if it's Davey Richards, Kenny King, Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, or ROH World Champion Tyler Black. Because the time for fallen angel Christopher Daniels to be held down is over. It's now time for me to take my place at the top of the wrestling world. And that is the gospel according to the fallen angel.
I'm speechless. I mean, for the first time, I'm speechless. I mean, you said it all, Chris. You come out there unannounced, at least to me. I didn't know you were gonna be there. But that's what you gotta do here. That's just the way it is. You see, I see the way things work. I see the way people like you work. And people like you are successful. People like you are considered the best in what they do, which is wrestling. So no harm, no foul there, Chris. You want a challenge? Hey man, this wolf's always looking for a fight. Now Chris, respect. Hey, don't get me wrong. There's respect each way here. Well, at least coming from me. There's nothing but respect. But don't take me lightly, Chris. Understand what I said in that ring, I mean. I'm going through everyone, including you, to get to the top. That being Tyler Black. I will reign supreme here, Chris. I will hunt, I will dominate, I will dispose of everyone that's put in my path. So you talk about your gospels, hey man, that's good. And I'll believe it as soon as I see it. But this world is run by the wolves, and I reign supreme. Now on top of that, I've just found out, Roderick Strong. Now here's another thing, there's plenty to say, but what more could really be said, Roddy? We know what's gonna happen, it's a war, man. Every single time, it's a war. Chops, kicks, head drops, you name it, we got it, man. No remorse score, man. That's why we ran together. That's why we split apart. I don't fear you, Roddy, and I know damn sure you don't fear me. You got your hands tied up in Tyler. I'm getting my claws in there as well. But Roddy, someone's gotta fall. Someone's gotta go down. Someone's gotta stay down. You will go down. Right beside Chris. Right beside Kenny Omega. Right beside Kenny King. Right beside Tyler Black. So everyone, Chris Daniels, Roderick Strong, whoever else, the hunt's on.
Unless you live under a rock, you're aware that Chris Hero came into this match tonight with an injured back. I came into this match at 75%. But when I got this man, Claudio Castagnoli, with me, his 100% is 150% for anybody else. So tonight, the kings of wrestling, 225%, came to this match. And we are the hottest thing going in Ring of Honor. And statistically speaking, the Briscoe brothers are the hottest team in ROH history. They've won the belt 6 times, and they've lost them 6 times. And when you go into a match with the Briscoe brothers, you fight fire with fire. But tonight, Charlotte, North Carolina at the Grady Cole Center, Briscoe brothers were a mere campfire to the flamethrowers that Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero bring. And we put our fingers on those triggers, and as we melted their faces off, as we lifted them into the air and down with the KRS-One, I spun around in the air with the golden elbow, And what do we have right here? We've got the gold.
That's right. Actually, may I correct you, Chris? We're not just the hottest thing going on in Ring of Honor. We're the hottest thing going on in professional wrestling today. Briscoe Brothers, boys. That's right, boys. I'm sorry. You gotta take a back seat tonight because this is a man's game. And Chris Hero and myself, it doesn't get much manlier than the two of us. So, Chris, what we said we were going to do, we did. In barely 3 months, we won those bad boys right here.
We asked for the shot. It took a little time, but we got it, and we got the belts. And these things are not leaving our... Look how pretty these are. Look how pretty these are.
They're so pretty. You know what? We were maybe talking big, but if you back it up, you can talk however big you want. Speaking of big, this tag team, the biggest thing going on in professional wrestling today, because kings reign supreme.
Find someone better than us. I dare you.
You won't, because you can't.
What the heck? Huh? Huh? We go out there. We're supposed to win this match against that bum. Huh? And what does he do? Huh? What does he do? He takes it in his own hands to put his hands on the prince. Eric, what is happening?
It's all been fun and games up until now, Necro. I've been toying with you. But this isn't gonna stand. Now I'm pissed. Now, it's time. The embassy is gonna assemble. Me and Davari are gonna form the Beast for the Middle East, and the E-Train are gonna come together. And we're gonna get revenge for this. So Necro, you bring whoever you want to Dayton. Because nobody stops the train. And the embassy is forever.
Ain't nothing. You seen it? Look at him. This is a man possessed. Steen, you see it? He don't care no more. A kick upside your head, and there was a brainbuster waiting for you. You see this, man? This ain't nothing. This ain't no big deal. I've bled before, and I'll do it again. And I plan on doing it again. Because April 24th, you have no say in it, Kevin. You want him? You want a piece of Generico? Well, then on the 24th, we come to my hometown. We do it in my backyard. I don't care if it's in Canada or Montreal. I don't care where you want it. You want a piece of Generico? Well, then it's on our terms. Chicago Ridge, April 24th. It's a Chicago street fight, Dad. It's a Chicago street fight. If you want to fight, we're fighting on our terms, in my backyards, the home that I know so well. You think this is something? This ain't nothing. And it ain't gonna be on the hands of me. It ain't gonna be by me. This is a man possessed. This is a man on a mission. This is a man who has held it inside for far too long. For far too long. Kevin Steen, come Chicago. Be prepared to bleed. Because El Generico is pissed off.
Kevin, he had a little more balls than I thought he would. Kevin, you trust me, right? You trust me to tell you the right way. All the potential in the world. Now you got the whole package. You made him angry. And when people are angry, they do stupid things. And now Colt Cabana, you went one further. You want to challenge us, the two most dangerous men in Ring of Honor, to a street fight where there's no rules? We've been breaking rules since Final Battle. The plan was in order way before Final Battle. And now you want us in Chicago Ridge in a street fight? You and that masked retard! Cabana, now you made it personal. I used to like you, but now you're on my list, pal. And you don't get off my list. No one gets off my list! Chicago Ridge, Cabana, you made it personal. And Kevin, I know. A sleeping giant has awoken you. Oh, I do know.
Colt, you couldn't be more right.
when you say that you're gonna bleed again. Tonight in Charlotte, I tasted your blood. And now I want more. And it's gonna be in Chicago. You think that scares me? Chicago? You think I'm scared now because you finally did something? You know what? The only people that should be scared about what's gonna happen in Chicago is you, your father, your mother, your brother, your dog, your cat, anything that's close to you. Because when I go to your hometown, you're gonna bleed, and so will they. And Generico! Steve's right. You do have more balls than we thought. But that's only till Chicago. Because on that night, I'm gonna rip them off. You just started. God, I warned you and you didn't listen. You did it. You just started the war. And you got no chance. Oh, Chicago's never seen a street fight like this.
It's nice, huh? It's nice. I'm really proud to be the first man to wear this version of the Ring of Honor World title, because the other belt, held by so many prestigious men, so many amazing athletes who will go down as legends in this business, I hope that I can do this belt the justice it deserves. And as for the Big Bang, as for what happened in Charlotte, North Carolina last Saturday, the triple threat match, Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, and myself, I got the job done. And as for the whole show, if you are a wrestling fan, if you tuned in to the Big Bang for your very first time, and you were as lucky as the fans in Charlotte, what you got to see was pound for pound, dollar for dollar, the best pro wrestling you will find, bar none, on planet Earth. And in the main event, I proved that I am the best of the best once again when I defeated both Austin Aries and Roderick Strong. And it is safe to say as the air that I breathe, that my championship march has begun. And we roll along on this march into Dayton, Ohio, into Chicago, Illinois, where I will defend, finally, my Ring of Honor World title against two very worthy competitors. First, in Dayton, a man I am no stranger to, and he is no stranger to me, the pretty boy Pitbull, Kenny King. Well, Kenny, take a lesson from Austin Aries, because you two are the same person. You share the same brain. You may be his apprentice, he may be your mentor, but at the end of the day, you will face the exact same outcome, and that is my foot down your throat or your head dropped below me. And I will cover you 1, 2, 3, and roll into Chicago and roll on to that young knockout kid, one half of the newly won Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Chris Hero. Well, Chris, again, we go way back, and not just in Ring of Honor. I'm talking about all our Midwest days, from Indiana to Illinois to Iowa. We've been up and down, working for a lot of different promotions, and I know you well. And in the past, you've been somewhat of a mentor to me as well. But lately, this attitude you put on, I don't really appreciate it. In our last few meetings, I've gotten the best of you, and I don't understand why you think anything's gonna be different, because it's not, Chris. You will suffer the same fate. Kenny King, Austin Aries, Roderick Strong, and anybody else who wants to get in my way, and that includes you, Davey Richards. Listen to me and listen to me close. I have been hearing all the trash that you have been talking, and it's going in one ear and out the other, because I've got the blinders on, Davey Richards. I am as focused and as hardworking as any champion has ever been in this company. Your day will come, just as Chris Heroes will come in Chicago, Kenny Kings will come in Dayton. Your day will come. The championship march is on.
Trying to bring it home, even if I gotta do it on my own, cause I'm a killer. Man, what a ride. And you know what? In Dayton, In Dayton, we really get to see what time it is. You see, Tyler, a lot of people call you a lot of things. We've heard from next world champ to the age of the fall flunky. My personal one would be chump, not champ. Tyler, you've been skating by the skin of your ass the whole time you won that belt. And here I've been sitting in the pick six just lurking. But guess what, homie? It's time to pay that bill. Judgment Day.
Whoa.
Yo, I'm cutting a promo, man. Like, I'm talking about my match.
You're cutting a promo talking about your match with Tyler Black for the world title, when tonight you were supposed to help me recapture the world title, and you were supposed to win your pick six match to keep David Richards out of it, so that when I was a three-time champion, to worry about what happened. You lost your match, but yet somehow you're talking about your world title match with Tyler Black.
Bro, do you not understand I was out there to help you? Okay?
Were you? That's what I'm kind of wondering, because, you know, I'm a little upset here about the way things went down, and you're all hip-hop happy about your title match coming up.
You're upset.
Were you out there for me, or were you out there for you?
You're upset. The last thing I seem to remember was you getting buckle bombed and your face kicked off.
The last thing I remember was my face meeting your face because you weren't where you're supposed to be, and then all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, I'm pinned.
Really? Really? So you're mad at me because I was out there to try to help you not get your face kicked
Maybe you
off.
need to try a little harder next time, or maybe you should just, you know what? Maybe I should have had Red Titus out there. Maybe that's
Oh, wow. Really?
How long have you been drinking the PVRs? You started those about 3 hours ago, so you're out there all thumbs and
you know what?
two left feet.
Maybe I should have had 6 more, so I would have to sit
You
here
know,
and
I
listen to
think
this.
maybe you need to get out of here because we got some shit we need to talk about in private. So get the step in.
Yeah, man. You know what? Out of here, bro. Why will you get up talking to me like that, man?
What do you mean? Where I get up?
I've had your back. I've had your back from day one.
Who are you?
Turn that off.
Who are you before I took you over?
I've had your back from day one.